Canadian Conservatives, can you feel in the air? This country is shifting. I can absolutely feel it. The tide is turning after a decade of disastrous Liberal policies that have seen this country invaded by over 8 million people, a government that betrays us time and time again, skyrocketing housing prices that have priced out middle class to lower class Canadians, a healthcare system that sees in excess 70,000 Canadians die a year, GDP per capita that's fallen 6 quarters in a row, GDP down 1.6%, a woke ideology that waves banners in your face every 10 seconds, shoves this woke garbage down your throat, whether you agree to or not. One of the most propagandistic societies that have existed since nations were built, finally in Canada. I can feel it. The energy is shifting in this country. People have had enough of this woke garbage. And I want to say, as we start to win, as right-thinking Canadians start to gain in popularity, as the popular culture begins to shift, don't give these guys a goddamn inch. Remember, over the past decade, I've been dealing with it for over a decade, these far left-wing ideologues are some of the most hateful people that you will ever meet in your entire life. The venom that will come out of their mouth, do not give these people a goddamn inch. These are the same people who have gaslit you for 10 years, telling you that a man can become a woman and a woman can become a man. That if you are a white male, you are inherently evil. You are an oppressor. There is something wrong with you. These woke job applications where you have zero chance of attaining any level of success if you don't play this ridiculous political game. My opinion, the last 10 years in Canada have been just as goddamn bad as Stalin's USSR, as Mao's China. Now they have a leader, a total creep in Mark Carney, who's here to get rich and says that it's a Pride Day 365 days a year. Do not give these cretins a goddamn inch. Because remember, for the past decade, as this country has been destroyed by every objective measure, it has gotten worse and worse and worse. If you say anything about immigration, if you say anything about the unprecedented number of people that we've allowed into this country, 8 million in a decade. For a country of only 32 million, it's truly unprecedented. Only 3 historical parallels and all wound up in civil war. They have called you a racist. They have called you a xenophobe. They have called you every name in the book. Don't go for it. Do not listen to this garbage anymore. You are a proud Canadian. There is absolutely nothing wrong with walking with your chest out with pride for the Canadians, our ancestors who fought and died valiantly in World War I, who fought in the Netherlands. Everyone always said that Canadian soldiers pulled more than their weight. And do you think that our ancestors were fighting for this woke fucking bullshit? I can tell you definitively that the answer to that is no. So as we continue to win, and you see the polling continue to shift, whether we're talking about immigration, whether we're talking about free speech, Bill C-63, the so-called Online Harms Act, which would see the creation of a so-called Digital Safety Commission that could throw you in jail for pre-crimes. Canadians more and more are reading into this and realizing what garbage it is, that we have a government that doesn't arrest real criminals, lets people who essay young children out after 12 months to essay another young child, says to comply if your goddamn home gets invaded, and then want to lock you up for a tweet. Canadians are realizing what a tyrannical, authoritarian government we have, that it is not an exaggeration to say absolutely hates us. And you are seeing the polls shifting. You can feel it in the air, but keep fighting. We have to absolutely keep pushing forward. This is not going to be an easy fight. You're seeing it across the Western world. You're seeing very similar things happening in the EU, in the UK. Speech laws, the Online Harms Act also wants to have life imprisonment for so-called incitement to genocide, wants to expand the definition of hate speech to so-called fomentation of detestation and vilification. Can you imagine the number of Canadians they're going to want to throw in prison for that? My God. Bill C-2, absolutely stomping and taking crap on our Charter of Rights and Freedoms in an even more extreme manner than Justin Trudeau did, trying to introduce laws that would classify every Canadian who owns a computer as an electronic device provider and allow the government to access all of your digital communications without notifying you. Same with your mail. Access all of your mail communications without notifying you. It's Bill C4, getting rid of any citizen being able to go after the Liberal Party for misuse of their data going back to the year 2000, absolving the Liberal Party of any responsibility for there are so many issues, issue after issue, which are becoming more and more clear. This is a tyrannical, authoritarian, wannabe government, but Canadians are strong, Canadians are proud, and we will not allow a total creep like Mark Carney and the Liberals around. If you haven't noticed, it's about 90% of the same cabinet that Trudeau had, that Carney has, rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. Bunch of incompetent creeps. I'm hosting a rally, Take Canada Back rally, Saturday, September 13th, next Saturday, noon, Parliament Hill. I want to get tens of thousands of patriotic Canadians out there standing up for our sovereignty, standing up for free speech, standing up for the pillars of Western civilization that have made nations so great for hundreds of years that Canada's just thrown away. Message me if you're interested in attending. Please share this far and wide. Saturday, September 13th, noon, Parliament Hill. I want to get tens of thousands of patriotic Canadians out. Like, share, join, hit that join button, become a member if you're interested in supporting me get this content out, helping shape this movement from the ground up. And if you're following on TikTok, make sure you're following on YouTube. I'm over 14,000 followers on TikTok, and the Canadian government is not a big fan of distance. YouTube.com/Fight for Canada 2025. Canadian patriots are going to take this country back.